The most quiet and withdrawn members of a group may be Sigma INFJs. But despite this, individuals continue to be drawn in closer to their mystery. Yes, there are some very distinct characteristics and behaviors that make INFJs attractive. Here are 10 traits of a Sigma INFJ that people find irresistible. Number 10, they recognize their value. Sigma INFJs have confidence in their decisions and in themselves. Despite what people say, they are self-assured and don't doubt themselves. Their sense of worth is not determined by how others view them. It is not predicated on approval from others or favorable perceptions. Instead, it is determined by their actual abilities, personalities, and skills. They trust in their inherent worth as human beings and have a genuine vision of themselves. They won't tolerate rude social interactions as a result. Their confidence level is evident to others since they are definite about how they present themselves to the world. They give off the impression that they are confident in their abilities. They don't let people treat them like garbage, because they have never been and would never harm somebody in that way. They thus never accept anything less than they deserve. Additionally, this makes them appear strong, smart, forceful, and exceptionally gorgeous to everyone around them. This is why many people find Sigma INFJs to be alluring. Number 9, drama and negativity are avoided. As someone who yearns to preserve their tranquility, INFJs are the least likely to get involved in other people's drama. Additionally, they are the last to see negative on their radar, because they swiftly disconnect their emotions from pointless arguments rather than becoming stimulated. They are more emotionally detached than most people, which makes their existence more tranquil and fulfilling. They concentrate their mental attention on more crucial topics, like those that can make their lives happier and more fulfilling. There is nothing alluring about a gloomy and negative person other than negativity and toxicity. However, since Sigma INFJs are the kind of individuals that set boundaries and stay unaffected by everyone else's drama, people who are upbeat and mature are drawn to them for company. Have you surrounded yourself with emotionally responsible and peace-loving people as an INFJ Sigma? Number 8, they make others better. Have you ever seen a Sigma who values others' achievement over their own? If so, the INFJ type Sigma is most likely the answer. These wise creatures do not pursue personal excellence, but group achievement. They won't perceive themselves as successful colleagues, leaders, coworkers, or mentors, if they can lift others up beside them. They will only view themselves as successful or good employees if they have a noticeable and positive impact on their company. Similarly, they only regard themselves as a great leader when they succeed alongside their supporters. This is why they make an effort to always help others become better, such as motivating them by providing them ample credit and modeling discipline for them. Yes, Sigma INFJs are eager to offer a sympathetic word to ease others' fears. Because of this, they continue to be more alluring than people who solely think about themselves. Number 7, they have no qualms about being human. One of the most modest persons on the earth are Sigma INFJs. They do not downplay their shortcomings. They don't overstate their advantages or rely solely on their strengths. People will feel cozy and safe around them since they never exude a fake feeling of strength only to make a good impression. People can detect the emergence from within of their sincerity and authenticity, letting them be vulnerable and reciprocal with a Sigma. This is why unhappy, troubled, conflicted people easily open up to them. They experience a sense of belonging and are exposed to their realities, which validates them by causing them to become aware of their inner truths. One of the traits that keeps the Sigma INFJ attractive is their capacity to own their flaws and be just as fallible as everyone else. What are the exceptions, though, for a Sigma INFJ to showing vulnerability in front of others? Number 6, they acknowledge and respect their requirements. Are emotionally developed people. Sigma INFJs have no trouble acknowledging when they're struggling or when they need help. For them, being in charge and independent doesn't always entail denying oneself of the things they might otherwise be able to get if they only asked for assistance. For instance, they could kindly request that the coworker concentrate on the team project in the interim, while they continue to concentrate on other crucial projects. This makes Sigma INFJs more effective at both activities without having to rely on anyone else too much. The ability to recognize and respond to their needs would be controlled by those around them. This merely demonstrates that they aren't faking their independence and strength for show. Number 5, they exercise tremendous restraint. People who are mature and appealing, like Sigma INFJs, have discovered a useful technique for grounding themselves in self-control. These wise individuals are aware of the things that are worth their time and effort. Will always require tenacity and endurance. They appreciate the benefits of delayed gratification because of this. Individuals must first deal with and endure the pains of self-discipline in order to reap larger pleasures. Simply put, they prioritized their obligations over fun in the hopes that they would soon enjoy longer leisure. They are influential and inspirational to those who share their visions because of this. The successful Sigma INFJ's capacity for restraint in the pursuit of higher, more rewarding rewards is seen by others as evidence that their perseverance will eventually bear fruit. Are you content as a Sigma INFJ knowing that your perseverance can inspire individuals who aspire to the same things you do? Number 4, their errors are their own. With respect to their emotional maturity, Sigma INFJs have little trouble accepting responsibility for their acts and owning up to their mistakes. They will attempt to take the necessary actions to change their conduct since they are conscious of their privilege in the physical world. Additionally, they accept responsibility for their biases, internal conflicts, and flawed worldviews. They are aware that their worldview affects both their relationship and their employment. They can therefore become better persons regardless of who they deal with by owning and resolving these disputes. Well, when something goes wrong, anyone will be drawn to those who don't place blame. The Sigma INFJ will be admired for having the spirit of accountability and humility, because people start taking action rather than whining about their circumstances. Number 3, they try their best. Sigma INFJs have to work extra hard to achieve their goals if they want to get where they are. These reliable and tenacious doers are experts at what they do and would stop at nothing to achieve their goals. This is what makes them so appealing in both corporate settings and professional settings. Brilliant minds would respect their abilities to work without grumbling and complete their responsibilities successfully, even when nobody is looking. Likewise, their bosses would value their capacity to act independently even in the absence of instructions or requests. These particulars set them apart from the other dreamers who are merely prepared to put forth the barest minimum. The tendency to overwork may be present in Sigma INFJs who perform tasks exceptionally well. However, they are aware of their limitations and know better than that. In your place of employment, are your efforts recognized? Number 2, they don't engage in rivalry. Sigma INFJs are happy with who they are. Moreover, they never engage in competition with others, but with themselves instead. By striving to be better than they were before, people significantly develop their character and skills. They overcome their old, unproductive behaviors and the concerns that once prevented them from achieving their goals, and warmly welcome fresh viewpoints. Sigma INFJs desire to be more competent than their former self, whereas others want to be better than someone else, causing them to gradually become more productive. This is why they won't come off as being overly competitive or concerned with other people's life. They will sound professional and composed rather than frantic and trying to please others. Number 1, they don't worry about things that are unimportant. For the Sigma INFJ, it's a vicious cycle. They are aware that worrying may be the result of a need for control, which they do not possess. They are not preoccupied with how their social encounters turn out, because they don't give a damn what people think, and it doesn't matter what different people think. Of certainly not, which explains why the Sigma are less nervous and worried in social situations than other times when people are appreciative of them. They have no desire to rule over everything in their environment, since the majority of these issues are beyond their control and almost certainly unimportant. They are aware that they cannot alter how others view them, regardless of their priorities or their apologies. They are aware that they cannot prohibit others from criticizing them to others or from modifying their moral standards. These items do not, in the first place, offer their lives meaning and purpose. And because the Sigma concentrates on the elements that enhance their life, include their very own attitudes, viewpoints, and actions, their emotional intelligence, maturity, and resiliency serve as inspiration for others. Have you ever tried worrying about unimportant things if you're a Sigma INFJ? How did it impact your emotional well-being? Sigma INFJs are self-aware, confident in their abilities, and willing to be truthful. They have no trouble maintaining their ground, establishing boundaries, and making decisions, with their capacity to externalize this inner strength. It is understandable that many around them likewise find them alluring. Do your friends and family members accept you for who you are as a Sigma INFJ? Do you believe that they have already witnessed your strong real self?